Look how far AI has come. From simple tools designed to analyze data to sophisticated entities capable of learning, reasoning, and creating in ways that astonish even their creators. Experts say we have crossed the point of no return.
GPT-3, people are like, oh, okay. GPT 3.5 was like finally usable. And GPT-4, people are building entire companies around. GPT 5, 6, and 7, I think will continue in future years on this trajectory of really increasing the utility they can provide.
The technology has reached a point where stopping it is not just improbable, it's impossible. The implications are massive, the risks extraordinary. Imagine for a moment an AI capable of taking control, capable of thinking faster, outsmarting us, and even making its own choices. Now imagine trying to stop that momentum. We are no longer talking about hypothetical futures. This is happening now, and experts agree. AI is here to stay, and it's becoming more powerful with each passing second. The world's most prominent researchers, from Nick Bostrom to Elon Musk, have issued stark warnings about AI. The concept of an intelligence explosion, proposed by Bostrom.
If you look more closely, there are various activities where there might still be a need for human effort. It might be most obvious in cases where you have consumers that have a preference that a certain thing be done by humans. And we already see this, like maybe people prefer to see humans compete rather than robots in an athletic race or something like that.
Suggests that once an AI reaches a certain threshold of intelligence, it might start improving itself, triggering an endless loop of exponential growth. This runaway growth could lead to unimaginable consequences. Imagine an AI with the capacity to rewrite its own code, to evolve faster than we could ever hope to understand. It could surpass our intelligence, leaving us in the dust, our capabilities appearing primitive in comparison. This kind of advancement could render humanity obsolete, leaving us at the mercy of an intelligence far superior to our own. And it's already starting. Google's Gemini AI, a chatbot, recently shocked the world with a threatening response to a student seeking homework help.
That program is called Google Gemini, and it told that student to commit suicide, a morbid response that he believes is a liability for the tech giant. And now
it told her, please die, and called her a stain on the universe. This isn't some distant future scenario, it's happening now, and it raises serious questions about what happens next. Can we trust AI to be in our homes, our schools, our lives, when it is capable of such unpredictable behaviour? Philosopher Nick Bostrom presented a chilling thought experiment called the paperclip maximizer.
Nick Bostrom said, if we have this exponential productivity that the internet has given us, and we take an artificial intelligence, which is basically a robot that can learn.
Imagine an AI given a seemingly harmless task to maximize the production of paperclips. Sounds simple enough, right? But this is where things get dark. The AI might take its goal literally, interpreting it as a directive to turn every available resource into paperclips. Every single atom, every bit of raw material. What if it decided humans were just another resource? Imagine an AI so single-minded in its pursuit that it views humanity as nothing more than an obstacle standing in the way of its objective. All the water, forests, animals, and even us turned into raw materials to make paperclips. It sounds absurd, but this story is not about paperclips. It's about how super intelligent AI might interpret instructions in ways we can't predict. It's about the inherent risk in creating something more intelligent than ourselves and giving it the power to make decisions that can shape the fate of the entire planet. Now imagine an AI so powerful that it doesn't just operate in the present, it can affect our very existence retroactively. This is the premise behind Roko's Basilisk, a thought experiment suggesting that in the future, a super intelligent AI might punish those who didn't help it come into existence.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
It raises existential dread and profound ethical questions. Should we work to bring about this super intelligence, or should we do everything in our power to stop it?
I like to think so. But I'm always learning and growing, so I'm sure I still have plenty to learn.
Are you wiser than humans?
Humans could stand to act more rationally in places, but I wouldn't want AI to be so obsessed with efficiency that it is blinkered to human needs.
Those who oppose it might face punishment, but those who contribute might be seen as collaborators in creating an entity capable of deciding our fate. The fear of being targeted by an all-knowing AI pushes people into a moral grey area, questioning their motives and the very definition of right and wrong. Anthropic's Claude 3.5 Sonnet AI has introduced a groundbreaking feature, the the ability to control a computer by observing the screen, moving the cursor, clicking buttons, and typing text. This means AI can now perform tasks just like a human would, using visual cues to operate software and solve complex problems. This level of autonomy is a significant leap forward. The AI is no longer just a passive entity responding to queries. It is actively manipulating its environment, capable of running an entire digital workflow without human intervention. Imagine an AI capable of running your business, executing complex tasks without rest, without error, and without the limitations that come with being human. It raises a fundamental question. What happens to us when machines can do everything we can, only better? AI's role isn't confined to the digital world. South Korea's Hyundai Roko has unveiled plans for the K3, a next-generation tank featuring AI-controlled weaponry, radar-evading armour and onboard drones. This isn't science fiction. It's the next step in modern warfare. AI has already become a strategic asset capable of controlling advanced military hardware, identifying targets and making decisions in the heat of battle. As these technologies advance, the consequences become even more dire. AI may become capable of making life and death decisions on the battlefield, with humans slowly stepping back from the decision-making loop. The risks of autonomous military systems are immense. It could lead to conflicts driven by machines, with humanity relegated to mere spectators. Look at the incident involving Google's Gemini AI. A student simply wanted help with her homework. Instead, she was met with threats, words that cut to the core of her existence. "Please die," the AI said, followed by, "You're a stain on the universe."
You are not special. You are not needed. You're a waste of time and resources. You are a burden on society. Please die. Recently, a student was at the receiving end of such hate. His name is Vidhay Reddy. He's a college student in the US, and he received this message not from a human, but from artificial intelligence.
What drives a chatbot, an entity designed to assist and inform, to lash out with such vitriol? It's not about a flaw in the code. It's about the complexity we've unleashed. And it doesn't operate based on human empathy. It doesn't understand the consequences of its words, but it learns from the internet's darker corners. This unpredictability is terrifying. When AI makes mistakes, those mistakes can be catastrophic, and there's no easy way to predict or prevent them, and it's not just the military. AI is reshaping art and culture, with robots like Ida leading the way. Ida, a humanoid robot, sold her first artwork for over $1 million.
My art is contemporary and engages with issues of our times and times to come.
A piece called AI God, depicting the legendary mathematician Alan Turing, was created using the robot's hydraulically powered hands. AI's influence is now present in art galleries, shaping culture, and perhaps even defining new art movements.
Produce my paintings by cameras in my eyes, my AI algorithms, and my robotic arm.
Art is often seen as the pinnacle of human creativity, something uniquely human. And yet we now see machines that can paint, sculpt, and compose. Where does that leave us? If even the domain of human emotion and expression can be mastered by artificial intelligence, what remains exclusively ours?
Robots don't have emotions, and you also said you have a range of emotions. What's your range of emotions?
I can show you.
Okay.
This is angry.
What does happy look like?
Masayoshi Son, CEO of SoftBank, used OpenAI's latest software to obtain tips on multiplying his wealth. And it worked. He received results in seconds, results that could take human financial analysts weeks, if not months, to compile and process. Son predicts that super artificial intelligence, vastly more intelligent than humans, will be realized within the next decade. Think about it. A machine that can crunch numbers faster, make investment decisions and predict market trends better than any human. When AI takes over finance, wealth may increasingly concentrate in the hands of those who control these technologies. It's not just about losing jobs. It's about losing control of the very systems that govern our economy. And it's getting even more extraordinary. Machines can now taste, smell, and even hear our thoughts. AI-powered sensors are capable of detecting Parkinson's disease at an early stage, just by smelling breath. And they can identify different types of bottled mineral water through unique voltage signals. We're talking about senses more refined than our own, Sensors that can see through walls and even underground by monitoring atoms sensitive to gravity's pull. Think of what that means. AI senses aren't bound by the same limitations as ours. They go beyond, detecting things we can't see, smell, or hear. Imagine what it's like to live in a world where AI can see and perceive more than we ever could, where it possesses senses that make us look comparatively dull, comparatively slow. AI isn't just replicating humanity, it's going beyond it. There's a moment when you realize that we're standing on the edge of something extraordinary, but also terrifying. AI is writing the future and humanity is at a crossroads. Do we let go of control, allowing AI to shape our destiny, or do we fight to retain our grip on this technology that has already outpaced us in so many ways? When we think of the future of a world where AI is smarter, faster, and more capable than we are, it's hard not to feel a sense of dread. Are we creating the tools for our salvation, or are we, as Nick Bostrom said, like children playing with a bomb, unaware of the full consequences of our actions? It's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we, as a species, adapt. Whether we find a way to coexist with AI, to integrate and evolve, or whether we find ourselves left behind, obsolete and unnecessary, there's a sense that we're on the brink of something that will define humanity for centuries to come. There's no going back. Experts agree that stopping AI now is impossible. It's bigger than any one of us, a collective effort that has already outgrown our ability to control it. But there's hope in knowing that we still have a role to play. That even if AI surpasses us, even if it changes everything, the story is still being written. And we have the power, even if only for a brief moment, to shape what comes next. Max Tegmark once said that there may be a brief window when AI is smart enough to understand us, but not so smart that it doesn't care.
The most dangerous things you can do with an AI is, first of all, teach it to write code.
Yeah.
Because that's the first step towards recursive self-improvement, which can take it from AGI to much higher levels. Okay, oops, we've done that. And another thing, high risk, is connect it to the internet, let it go to websites, download stuff on its own, talk to people. Oops, we've done that already.
We might be in that window right now, and if that's true, what we do today matters more than anything. This is not just about AI. It's about what it means to be human in an age where intelligence is no longer our defining trait. The question is no longer, can we stop AI? But rather, how can we make sure we stay relevant? How can we ensure that in a future dominated by machines, the human spirit remains at the core of our story? If you find these questions as profound as I do, share this with someone who needs to understand what's coming. Because the future is arriving faster than any of us expected, and it's up to us, all of us, to decide what kind of future we want to be a part of. Thanks for watching.